And love you guys. This is Centric Killing back with another reading. This reading will be another channeled mediumship reading on Marilyn Monroe. I've never done her. That's so crazy. I've never done her. I was like, you know what? Let me do her. I'm just in the mood to do some, mediumship readings. I'm gonna do a lot this week. That's something I'm just gonna add. I've been working with Archangel Raziel, and she's been really, really helping me with mediumship ability. I work with archangels a lot. So I'm gonna call on Mother God to help me open up my ability to bring in Marilyn Monroe guardian angel, because I'm not gonna really channel her spirit. I just want to know what all her guardian angel could show me. Because Marilyn Monroe has probably talked to 1,000 and such clients. And by the way, I don't really think she's still in heaven. I'm looking at it like she's reincarnated, looking at her energy and that she didn't have kids. When I look, I can read through images. When I look at those kids, I'm like, oh. When I saw she had miscarriages, I was like, that's what she's gonna keep coming back here. And since she's died pregnant, so yes. Okay, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, introduce her guardian angel. Was she okay? The first thing I'm going to ask, but I'm not going to start with, I'm just going to pull it out. She murdered. Okay. Okay, but I'm just going to start with like her early life and what was happening to her as a child. That's the first thing I'm going to start with. I can dress it. So I do see she looked like she grew up in a religious Midwestern household. It's the first thing I'm showing. So do she have 2 to 3 siblings? I do see that her grandmother was very, very paranoid at an early age, and she saw spirits. She kept seeing spirits. Her grandmother, at a real early age, she kept seeing spirits at an early age, but it was something in reverse to happen to her where it was her crown chakra fully imbalanced, where she caught schizophrenia. So that's where her family come from. They come from a spiritual imbalance where Marilyn Monroe actually heard spirits. She just didn't trust in it. So I do see she had a bipolar disorder she was struggling with before she passed away that she caught from her mom. And her mom had very, very strong depression, like in the house depression. I do see it was sexual abuse at an early age for Marilyn Monroe, but I do see her mother struggled with it a lot. It looked like she was abused in the foster care system, is what I'm being shown. But she trusted in the signs. She trusted in the signs. She did a lot of praying, but she did a lot of manifesting is the first word I'm hearing. She did a lot of manifesting of believing when she can come. The biggest thing she always felt like I'm hearing Disney princess, Sleeping Beauty. She just always wanted to she always fantasized of weddings. She was very, very like girly, but it's almost like a Barbie image I'm getting of her. So she used to fantasize about that at a really early age. But she was abused really badly by foster parents in the system. And also she was teased by kids a lot. Something about how she talked, it's like mocking her. So her throat chakra was very blocked. So she had a very whispering voice, and she just was surrounded by dark energy at a young age. So she was very, very throat chakra blocked. She was very shy of a lot. And she was also very quiet. She's scared to talk to people. I do see, did she get married at an early age? Because when she got married at an early age, I do see it was just karmic she kept getting. So she always had a karmic with men. Affirmations. She did a lot of speaking, like, I'm going to become this day. But she did it on certain days where it just became. So numerology was very powerful in her life as well. Marilyn Monroe. That was something that was very powerful with her. So she was a powerful siren in this lifetime. When she got around 16 to really 18, that's when she got more into her womanhood, and she started wanting to be more sensual. In the channel song I'm hearing, I hear music through Listen, the angels give me, is Love to Love Baby. She started feeling like that around that age. And this is when she got into the acting buzz. Well, something here of modeling first, but she wanted to get it into acting, but she really wanted to be a strong dramatic actress. Like that's what really she was called to be, is a strong dramatic actress. But also she's saying if she didn't become an actress, she would have been a teacher of some sort. She said teaching was something that was very important to her, is with her guardian angels letting me know. And she had really fun times when she first got in, but she started seeing weird things at parties. So she started seeing the paraphernalia, the drugging and things like that. I do see she was drugged multiple times. She just saw it as being used to, but she warned a lot of women. So one thing she was called to do was help heal women and guide women, protect them from demons in this lifetime. She was supposed to be a guide towards women. Um, Whoever this second husband is, because I discussed the first husband, the second husband or this soulmate, it's just like she met him at a party or something like that. He was definitely like a soulmate connection for her. So 4 relationships she's been in, that you guys that's previously documented. I don't know her husband's names at all. I just know the first, not the first two, the last two, because she was married 3 times, I'm being shown. Not the first husband at a young age. The second to third husband were definitely soulmate connections, but definitely the last husband was more karmic. This husband was supposed to feel her light and bright, but he did want to control her. And he was very money obsessed, and that kind of turned her off. She needed a guy to make her feel like she was in fairy tale all the time. I don't know why, but it's something here of she was like the Little Mermaid or Jasmine. She wanted to feel like that. She couldn't just be a play toy. She wanted to feel young, but she also wanted to feel happy. That was something that she always felt, but it was always short term. This one guy that was an actor, I'm being shown, it was short term, but she considered him a soulmate connection, and he was a lighter skinned fellow, but he could be Italian, is what I'm being shown. He's crossed over as well. They were in communication before she reincarnated, but I do see her only issue with him is not speaking up enough, but she knows she was a little programmed. But she just upset that the friends didn't speak up enough of where they know that they really silenced her. So she was murdered, is what she's showing me. She was murdered. Is what the angels are letting me know. Okay. Okay. What else with Marilyn Monroe angels? She had darkness, but here's the thing. She always knew her legacy can come up about. So she had a solar return like at 25, 26. It's a lot of things astrologically that is very powerful with her. I don't know astrology very well, but that is what I'm hearing. She had a higher consciousness already, so she knew glamour magic before it was a thing. Like I discussed with doing Dorothy Dandridge, they knew something about how to become pretty. I'm not saying she was lighting candles, but she did. She used to wear her dress and alter it and mirror it in the mirror and mirrored it and wanted. She saw what she wanted people to tell her, that she was beautiful, she was captivating, she was mesmerizing. I'm hearing Angelina Jolie has studied the same thing as well. Studied her a lot. A few people have studied her mannerisms to the T, like of how she can get things and affirm it, what to be. And it's like also men did look in her eyes and they fall in love with her, but they feel something mystical as well with her. That was one thing that John F. Kennedy was very attracted to. She was mystical, and it was something like mysterious that she was pleasant with. That is what I'm being shown. That they just looked at her as just like a fairy tale. Oh, she did dabble with some substances as well. That is very quiet about. She dealt with some substances. Here's the thing, because she was very spiritual. She was supposed to break, when you're the spiritual chosen one, like I always tell you guys in readings, you're supposed to break out of generational curses. So 444 was around her, because she was supposed to break out of the generational curses. She was supposed to find the real love and things like that. But she, at one point, she thought she could find real love in women. So it was some fluidity going on with Marilyn Monroe as well. I'm being shown sexually fluid, like she swung both ways. And here's the thing also that John F. Kennedy felt comfortable with is that he could tell that because he was still hidden with his wife about his secret bisexuality. With Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy, he looked at her as young and almost innocent. That's what he looked at her as. They were twin flames, you guys. I'm getting that they were twin flames. John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe was twin flames. But here's the thing with twin flames. It can be very karmic. And he stayed on her mind. But she stayed on his mind. Like, they had, like, that scandal affair. I do see it threw his wife on the loop as well. It made her very angry. She was very bitter. Because she wanted to be pretty as well. Here's the thing as well, Marilyn Monroe, something happened. Someone did a lacing to her medicine, is what I'm being shown as well, would also cause her to spiral. So she was on medication for depression, but something with a therapist spiked something. It's something here where the therapist did something to chemically imbalance her even more. Because they were trying to target her either way. She leaked out though. I think she did know about his sexuality. But it's like she almost told someone and it leaked out. So he was looking at multiple ways of killing her. So she was unaware and she couldn't be very fair. By the way, she dealt with body dysphoria. She hated gaining a lot of weight. She dealt with weight struggles a lot, I do see. It was something like in her early age where they told her, but when she got in Hollywood, they really shushed her down her throat by her weight and things like that. What I was about to say, but it was something here where someone chemically imbalanced her with her medicine, a doctor. And this was someone prescribed allegedly for entertainment purposes only. It was something with Kennedy being involved to this. He did propose her with gifts and things like that, but her intuition told her not to trust him fully. This is going to be the man to hurt you. Yeah, she used to go through, and then also I do see her hair was shedding a tad bit before she passed, almost like the stress was causing her hair to shed. Before she passed, she had like sleep attacks where she saw. It's crazy because I saw this with Aaliyah when doing her mediumship reading. It's crazy how some people get almost telling you that you're about to pass. I do see that she saw a demon chasing her in a dream, but somehow it went away. But it just left her confused. So she dealt with sleep attacks. She dealt with psychic attacks. So she couldn't sleep at night. And I do see she went to a therapist for sleeping issues. She needed more herbal assistance for her health. So her bipolar disorder was governmentally assisted to mess her up. She wasn't really naturally bipolar. They spiked her medicine as well as what I'm being shown. No, she wasn't bipolar like I'm being shown. She forgives John F. Kennedy because she know a lot of information she knew. Also, she did know then stuff of children were getting started. Once again, stuff where children was getting started. She was hearing about through the rumblers. Stuff with children was getting started. She did hear secret recordings of other things that was going on with countries that was kind of messing up our system. A lot of what happened with Pizzagate she knew about years ago. She protected a lot of blacks, by the way. She was black in the previous life is what I'm keep picking up, a black goddess. And I know this is like, huh? I'm seeing something her being black in the previous life. Okay. The angels are letting me know that she was supposed to warn a lot of black people, but she was supposed to protect a lot of black children. But she was black in the previous life. I'm still sticking on that. But also, she also was supposed to protect blacks. She protected a lot of blacks keeping jobs, things like that in Hollywood. She just helped them a lot. Like, if you cut them off, I'm not coming to your restaurant. She helped them a lot. People still didn't get the success that they wanted, but she just wanted to help with it. She did have black people kind of helping her in her direction in the industry. So she was surrounded by a lot of blacks, is what I'm being shown as well. She was very of the people, I would say. She found us very fascinating. And that was one thing. She was like, there's some fascinating people. She was really, really sweet. That's one thing I keep picking up on. Nothing, like she wouldn't hurt a fly. She's very damsel. But in her, it's like as a kid, she would daydream with her dolls. And she was very fantasy and fairy tale. She wanted to do movies like that, but she wanted to be a dramatic actress. She didn't like being looked at as sex symbol. By the way, numerology is involved of how she got murdered, is one thing I'm being shown. So let me start with how did she get murdered? I'm seeing her in a bedroom taking medicines or cabinets, but she's on the phone hearing threats. Her ex-husband is threatening her. Something with Kennedy got a hold of her husband. He was threatening her. Her last husband before he died. By the way, he liked men as well. He was threatening her. It was secret audio she knew. It was something with something here with another country being involved, and she just kept getting a lot of threats, and it made her just take pills and just drink. But then I'm being shown before someone came, before she took those pills, like someone was already in the house. It was like she got a threat in her house, like you better die today. So she was threatened. By the way, the ambulance did not do a good job. It's like they paused. She could have been saved with her murder, but the medical team paused because it was something of a call to wait. It was like something of a call to stop and wait. But that was, government officials telling them to not pull. So the medical field really should have gotten sued as well for killing her. So they did kill her. She was killed, is what the angels are telling me. But it was so many ways she was threatened. She was threatened 3 times to kill herself. But she wasn't supposed to go out this way. It's up to you. See, she felt the timing was wrong to die. So that's why she's back in this life. She's back in her next life, but she really wants children. She's still going to be a goddess, but she's going to be a quiet goddess. But I do see in this life, I don't know who she is, but she's of color from a different region, country. She's going to marry well, but she's going to have issues with a man threatening her, like her husband or something like that. So that's something she's going to have to learn to fight as well. And just to tap into her spiritual gifts to get out of her shell, to get out. So she's supposed to recognize her own gifts as well to help women a lot. That is her legacy, is helping women and helping women master their beauty and their power. That was her biggest spiritual gift as well. And the mastery of numerology. She had numerology gifts. She had gifts through math. That was something that was called to her. And she had a big gift through beauty. That was also a gift to her, but she could really, really manifest it to happen. And really, it was a few movies that she was called to do. It was a dramatic movie. Like, she thought she was going to win an Oscar, so she really wanted to do, like, those dramatic roles, not playing the dumb blonde and things like that. She wanted to be more serious before she passed away. She was pregnant with John F. Kennedy's child, but Joe kept thinking, is her husband Joe? I don't know her last husband name. I'm sorry if I'm getting his name confused. Her last husband kept thinking it was hers because the timings didn't add up. But I do see that they all swindled at one time. But this was not his child. No, it was not her last husband's child. It was Kennedy's child. I do see that his wife was very happy when she died. His wife was very happy. But by the way, how he was killed, he was set up by 3 countries to want to help set it up together. It's a lot of plot twists with and his wife is not as innocent as what you think. His wife, Jackie Kennedy, is not that innocent. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. She was not that innocent. She got a lot of karma before she died. She got a lot of karma. Her spiritual incline was decreased because she had a lot of demons on her. Very, very racist is one thing I'm hearing as well. She didn't have an attachment to Kennedy, by the way. Kennedy felt an attachment to her, but he knew he couldn't be with her fully. He was very sad that she died. She don't look at him as a bad person because he's crossed over, but he doesn't want to reincarnate because he don't want to go into the political field anymore. But he do regret that who he married as his wife. So if he do get married, I mean, if he do come back to his next life, it's to marry his actual true partner, like his true soulmate. But he's looking after his grandson or nephew. Which one is it? It's a grandson or nephew. He really looking after. Like, keep doing politics, but he don't want his grandson to get on the racist side of things. Cause Kennedy, something here of black children. I'm being heard. Black children is something here with Kennedy. I've always picked that up with Kennedy and Clinton. Something here with black children are involved. So, yes. But Marilyn Monroe, what else that happened? She was just trying to understand her role in life. She was just so confused. She just needed to take a pause on the industry as well. It was things of the mind controlling then that was going on. So she was an MK victim as well. But it was also really that I see that something here where she was laced with the medicine she was in and caused her to go into a bipolar disorder, not depression. So that really caused her to spiral out. But she was investigated a lot. She was watched over a lot. So they was going to try to kill her anyway. The FBI, like the government, that was going to kill her anyway. Because she was a side chick and she knew too many answers. She knew too much of Kennedy and she knew too much of what the country was doing. She didn't even really think about writing a book. She was just new because she was still in love with Kennedy. She was a soft girl. Soft girl. Was he older than her, by the way? Because at times that was a way that Kennedy could manipulate her because she still had a young spirit, Marilyn Monroe. But she's happy that she's had a big happy change in life. She just hate that because this was her third life. She's in her fourth now. She hates that she keeps going into this love cycle and generational trauma with moms. That's how you know most goddesses I've paid attention to with reading women that I can tell they are goddesses. They usually have very strong trouble with men and have very strong issues with women in their life. And that's one thing that Marilyn Monroe suffered with as well. So yes, but she is going to have children in this life. She's about in her preteens in this life right now. I'm seeing a little bit, but I do see she's of another color. She could be Middle Eastern to Arab or of a Southeast African descent is what I'm being shown, but she is going to marry well. This lady, by the way, can go into acting. I'm being shown a little bit in this life as well. So yes, that is my reading. You guys, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.